So he came and he actually beat me and beat my mom up in front of everyone. There is witness, there is many things. So he actually should be arrested without even the police come and see me.
Welcome to CSL TV, and I just hope you guys are having a beautiful, blessed day. Now, if you're new to the channel, this is just a review, a reaction, as well as an informational channel. So hopefully the informational part help you on something out, and we just watch videos, talk about them. Some of y'all actually know stuff that's going on with these videos, like more history on it. So I do want to say thank you for those that are showing and sharing and all that type of stuff, and some of the things they know about the things we watch. But I don't like making my intros too long, so I just like to get straight to the business. So as in always, I hope you guys having a beautiful, blessed day, and you know we about to do. Let's get it.
This story out of Dallas is tragic, and we have to warn you, the details are upsetting. This is 23-year-old Cameron Herridge. She had just graduated from Texas Tech and then moved to Dallas to be near her close-knit group of friends. She and her college roommate Sarah would often post TikToks together, where she had a decent-sized following with over 32,000 subscribers. She'd been building a career in social media management and branding. But their lives took a tragic turn a few weeks ago when they, along with 3 of their friends, were waiting at a light just blocks from their apartment. That's when a Ford pickup, driven by 27-year-old Carmen Guerrero, slammed into the back of their car so hard it caused a pileup crash. She was reportedly going 70 in a 35. According to witnesses who called 911, the driver allegedly fled the scene on foot, appearing, quote, extremely intoxicated and in clubbing attire. Everyone in the car had to be rushed to the hospital, and sadly, Sarah, also 23 and a recent Texas Tech graduate, was killed in the crash. Meanwhile, Cameron has been left fighting for her life. She's still in the hospital on a ventilator in the ICU with her older sister Casey by her side, waiting for her to wake up. According to the Department of Transportation, around 37 people die in drunk driving crashes every day in the United States, or about 1 person every 39 minutes. Her family and friends have since rallied around her, raising over $27,000 through a GoFundMe to help with medical bills. The driver, who left her wallet in the truck after fleeing, was later arrested and is now facing multiple charges, including manslaughter and aggravated assault with a deadly weapon.
So my condolences goes out to that lady family, just because I've been in a rear-end car accident, and I know how that shit feel. I'm blessed to be here. Unfortunately, one of the ladies wasn't that lucky. The one that's in the hospital, I really hope she make a full recovery, but being rear-ended at that high rate speed is not a good feeling. I was rear-ended at like 35, 40, and you know, I'm just blessed and happy that I am alive so I can spend time with my kids. And it just it's a real traumatic experience, just because my lower half of my body is messed up. I mean, there's nothing else like they can do about it. I've seen so many doctors, so many surgeons, and there's nothing that can be done when your nerve is pretty much damaged. So I'm happy they were able to capture this lady, just because she tried to flee and get away. Like, come on, man, she should never be able to be behind the wheel again. And I hope they make an example out of folks like this. I mean, look at her eyebrows. She looked like she on that type of time.
Hi. Actually, I called now. That's the 4th time to ask about the police. I'm waiting for them to come to my property regarding my ex-partner. He came and he hit me, and he actually harmed me and my mom as well. So I waited so long, and I'm waiting in the car. So
did you call on this mobile?
As you guys can hear, we about to get into a crazy 911 call. Oh man. It says something about it's involving domestic, you know, so the 911 operator, I guess, was not doing her job correctly, wasn't doing the things that she was supposed to do, so that's how this all happened. I know this might be a little disturbing to some people, but I mean, this is just part of the world and what goes on. And we watch these type of videos just so we can try to learn something from it. So if we feel like something ain't gonna go right, then we can hopefully take ourselves away from that situation.
Yeah.
Do you know the log number?
Yeah. Can you give me a second? Please? Yeah, it's 26.
Yeah. And what's your name?
Raneem Ouda.
No, you didn't call on this number. You called on a different number.
No one called me. I haven't received any calls.
No. When you called the police, you didn't call
Yeah.
on this mobile that you're calling on now.
No. I
No,
called
that's
for
what I asked
emergency.
you. And I asked you if you called on the mobile that you're calling on now. You said yes.
No, I called 3 times. So once I called from different number, and
Right.
twice I called from my number.
Okay, well, we went to the location, but obviously you left and went home, so we're going to have to wait until there's another officer free.
Can you actually just keep it for tomorrow, because I don't have the keys for the property, and I'm just waiting in the street from 2 hours now. So I'm just gonna leave it to tomorrow. And please, you should do something about it. He should be arrested, because I have non-molestation order against him. He can't even come nearby me. So he came and he actually beat me and beat my mom up in front of everyone. There is witness. There is many things. So he actually should be arrested without even the police come and see me.
Right, okay, so where are you now?
I'm just going back to my mom now.
What do you want
I'm just
to do?
going back. I just want you guys, please, to arrest him, because...
I understand that. What's your mum's address?
Yeah.
And you're going there because you haven't got a key for your house?
I've been to my house.
Yeah.
I don't have the keys, and I waited for long, so I'm going back to my mom now. I can't just stay in the street. And it's really late, and I'm worried he might come to my property and hurt me again, do something wrong.
Right, okay. And you want to see officers tomorrow?
Sorry?
You want to see officers tomorrow instead?
Yeah, but please, today he should be arrested. I can't just, I have a baby with me. I have 2.5-year-old child. He might hurt me or hurt the child, so it's just really dangerous. He's drunk as well, and he might just get a knife or something and do something to us.
Okay. Alright, we'll go back to your mum's. If he turns up there, call 999, okay?
Okay, and you gonna do action against him, actually, or no?
I believe we'll need to come and see you first.
Okay, so you
We'll
have
leave
to
it
see
with
me
the
first
local station, yeah, but we'll try and get out tomorrow.
tomorrow. So you're gonna leave him like this till tomorrow?
Well, it's down to the local station, what they want to do.
Local station.
But you need to go to your mum's and lock the door,
Yeah.
and then if he turns up, call 999, okay? And we'll get someone to see you tomorrow.
That's the problem when I'm calling and they're not coming quickly. I've been waiting 2 hours now.
Yeah, because he had left, so the risk has been lowered. That's the issue. But now he's not there.
He might be waiting.
Now
He might
he's
be
not
waiting.
there, so we have
He
to
might
go
be
to
waiting.
other jobs where there
Yeah.
are people there still. That's how it
Yeah.
works. So you just
Yeah, but
get to your mum's and lock the door,
Yeah.
and we'll try and see you tomorrow, okay?
Okay.
All
But no,
right.
he actually followed me from my mom to the place where I was in restaurant.
Okay, but that's what I'm saying. It's been 2 hours
He's
now,
waiting
though.
for me.
It's been
Yeah,
2 hours,
okay.
so you need to go to... Okay, that's what you said you wanted
Okay.
to do. All right,
Okay.
thank you. Bye-bye.
Eventually, the department called her back.
Hello there, it's the police at Solihull here. Just to let you know, I've arranged an appointment tomorrow.
It was too late. While Raneem was on the final phone call to police, John Baz Taran repeatedly stabbed the 22-year-old and her mother, Kawala Salim, to death.
So yeah, it is domestic. We heard he done stabbed her and her mom. Now this is a whole nother level type of domestic craziness. It's sad that, this is something that you see a lot of, and that nothing is being said about, brought about, no awareness groups. I mean, I know there's help, but we see more about guns and other stuff than domestic violence is what I'm trying to say. We see more about the price of this or that than domestic violence. We see a lot of stuff about cancer and this and that, but we don't see nothing really like that about domestic violence, unless it's somebody who's trying to help those in those situations, and then we give out the information that we can. But you don't hear nothing about domestic violence. And this is deep shit,
On top of this, in the weeks leading up to the murders, there had been 7 separate police call-outs to John Baz's home, and Raneem had made 14 calls to report domestic abuse incidents. Still, officers failed to arrest or investigate the man before the tragedy. The couple met in college, but Raneem was still married to a man in Syria. However, despite her best efforts, the relationship fell apart, Once Raneem was single, John Boz started pursuing her more. Eventually, they started dating. Just months later, the couple was married under Islamic law. Her aunt, Noor Norris, was concerned about what John Boz had said on the wedding day. The marriage fell apart when Raneem discovered that her husband had a secret wife and 3 children in Afghanistan. She feared how he would react when she confronted him and recorded it on her phone. Raneem moved back to her mother's house for a short while, but John Boz manipulated her to get back together with him. Things only worsened, so she secretly recorded evidence of his violent outbursts to protect herself and her son. Again, Raneem moved to her mother's house and took out a court order against John Boz, but he continued to harass and threaten her for 4 months, even sleeping outside the house for nearly 2 weeks. Just hours later, the mother and daughter were killed. Once he had committed the brutal murders, John Boz fled the scene and shaved off his beard to disguise himself. Family members of the victims held the police accountable for not preventing the tragic deaths. This claim was later substantiated by an inquest that scrutinized the actions of the authorities in handling the situation. The evidence, which included multiple calls to the police and court documents, unequivocally pointed to the West Midlands Police failures in protecting Raneem and Kaula. These lapses, as determined by the inquest, were significant contributing factors to the tragic outcome. Further reinforcing this, an investigation by the Independent Office for Police Conduct identified missed opportunities, demonstrating that the authorities could have intervened effectively to prevent the murders. In December 2018, John Boz Tarrant pleaded guilty to the 2 murders and was sentenced to life in prison with a minimum term of 32 years.
Man, that's crazy. So many calls to 911. So many police is popping up at the crib. And she still lost her life. Her and her mother lost her life. And she confronted this man because you had a whole family and kids somewhere else. I mean, under what law does it say like, okay, yeah, you can do what you want to do, but just because you upset, you ain't got to be, out here doing this type stuff, because this is just uncalled for. At the same time, you had a whole nother wife and kids, bro. Like, you just abandon your family, just throw away your kids like that. I mean, there's people out here who wish they can have kids, a family, but unfortunately they can't because of whatever health reasons or anything like that, maybe their compatibility with someone. But at the same time, you was able to have that and you neglected it, and that is just what is just so disturbing. Just like when you hear domestic abuse, because it started off as abuse before it get violent, and this right here was hella violent. Because, man, my condolences goes to the family and anybody that experienced this type of stuff. And it's just crazy because I never knew my sister was going through anything like this to the point that it led up to something like that. It hit a certain spot.